everyone, welcome back. Now before I get started, I do want to do a bit of a shout out today to my nephew Ryan. I know that he's been watching my videos and enjoying it, and he really loved watching how I made his Switch birthday card last time. So hi Ryan, and also a quick shout out to my sister as well. I know she's watched and she wanted to know why she wasn't shout out in the last video. So hi Stacey. All right, let's just get straight into it today. So for this card today, we'll be using the Bloom Where You're Planted product suite. I will be using a bit of the designer series paper and the stamps and the dies as well. Really loving the indoor plants at the moment, really trendy. So still loving this product suite. So this is actually for the TGIF number 329 card challenge. I'll insert a picture of the card sketch here now. Okay, so let's just get straight into it. So I've already actually prepared all my little pieces just to make this video a little bit shorter and make it a bit easier to stamp and create for you guys. I've got all my die pieces. Now I actually didn't cut out these pieces for this project. I actually cut them out from a previous project. So just quick hint for you guys, if you're already running through the die machine, you might as well just cut a few extra pieces and keep them. I just keep them in a clear acetate bag and have all my pieces in there. So for today's card, you'll need a circle die, whether you punch it or die cut it. It's about 2.5 inches, I think, or about 6 centimeters. But don't worry, I'll have all the dimensions and measurements in the description box below. So this is stamped and die cut. Sorry, it's die cut out of the basic white. I've also got a basic white insert for inside of our card, and we're using the new in color Evening Evergreen for the base of our card. And I've also used my little sentiment, I'll call it a baggie, but I've actually put it into a card case now. Just whenever I have extra spare sentiments, I will cut them out and just keep them on hand. So this one says sending a smile your way. So this was from one of the Many Mates stamps, and you just stamp and cut a whole lot in one go. So I'll actually show you how I store them. So I've actually just got an empty card case, a stamp case. It's one of the thick ones that are no longer available, but you can put them in a thinner one. And as you can see there, I've got all my sentiments pre-cut and stamped in there. And when I have extra, I just throw them in here as well. So it just makes card creating a lot easier having these on hand. All right, so we've got the elements here already, just to save time so you don't have to see me stamp and die cut these, but just to show you a bit of a close-up. So I've got the 3-leaf plant. This was stamped in the Evening Evergreen. This is in the, I think I used Garden Green or Shaded Spruce. I can't remember, but I'll put in the description so that I could die cut that. And I've actually used Cajun Craze for my pot there. And just for my little pot plant, I've used like a grey granite piece of cardstock and cut that straight from one of the die cuts there. So this is gorgeous. Okay, and I've also got a piece of the designer series paper. So I've actually cut this by 10 centimeters by 11 centimeters. So it's not quite a square. Because our card is sort of rectangular, I'll put it just a little bit longer this way. So it's more of a portrait than a square. Okay, so let's get putting the elements together. So what I will do is, this is actually going to fit right in here. So I'm not sure if you can sort of see that, but there's a little slit in there. So we can just pop that straight in there. And I also want to arrange my piece. So I don't mind if a little bit of the leaves are stacking, overflowing that circle. So I'm thinking that might go like this, and I'll probably put this one in front. Having play here, how I want to arrange it. So have it something like that. I might have this to the side actually. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of actually getting rid of that piece. What do you guys think? Actually, no, I don't mind it. I'll put that on a dimensional. I think that will be fine. I might just have that a little bit higher. We'll place that on the card like so. There. That, and I'm just trying to rearrange this. I'll have this over here. Yeah, something like that. All right, so let's just get our DSP on there first. I'll just use my bone folder to give that a nice crease. Just matching that up. So I'm actually really loving these Newton colours. I wasn't at first, but having seen them in real life, Evening Evergreen is this really deep, dark shade of green. I'm not sure, the lighting's pretty bad today, but it's a nice sunny, still winter here in Melbourne, but there's not a lot of sun that comes directly in here in the afternoon. Okay, so I'll stick our designer series paper with some Tombow glue. So I'm just loving this. I'm not sure if you guys can sort of see the detail on this. It's like a grey brick wall, so that will tie in the grey granite there. And this is the other side. Beautiful greens here. All right, so let's glue that on. So I do want it sort of relatively centered with a little bit of border on the side. There we go. Okay, now putting this piece together is a little bit tricky. So we'll want this sort of, I'm just thinking whether I attach the circle piece first, and that makes it a bit easier for me to place. So what I will do is I won't pop this on dimensional, so I'll actually have dimensionals on the other elements of the card. And there we go. Just pop that here. And the fantastic thing with using card sketches is if you're in a bit of a lull or not sure what you want to create, I love using card sketches to start getting my brain thinking and creating. So yeah, lots of fun with this. So I'm just going to get my little dimensionals out because I'm not sure if I've got both my little and the big ones here. So what we will do is I think I will pop this down like so. So I'm actually going to glue these pieces on first. So just be very careful. We don't use too much glue on these. Probably use a bit too much there, so let me just spread that a bit so we don't have too much glue oozing out later. And I'm just going to pop her here like so. And that circle really just helps us ground the image. So I haven't actually quite glue this bit on because I do want to better tuck pieces in later. So, but I have glued a little bit at the bottom. Okay, so this piece, I'm actually going to pop this piece sort of a bit like there, like so. I'm really just thinking whether I need to put both pieces. Well, that's quite simple. I mean, but I feel like this just adds that little bit extra. So I will stick to that. So what I'll do is I'll glue her on. And then I'll put a little bit of glue here, and that will help my pot stick as well. So I'm just going to have it up a little bit because I wanted her to peek through, not miss. We don't want to lose too much of her and have it covered by this piece. So with this piece, I will have it on a dimensional, but I feel like now I want to tuck that pot just like that. Tuck it, yeah. Okay, so I'll just use a little dimensional here. I'm actually just going to use it on the top bit and leave the leaves a little bit more floating. So I'll pop a piece there. And let's see how we go. So I'll have that tucked in a little bit behind there. And there we go. She's not quite dry at the back. Cool. How easy has it been so far? And last but not least, we're going to put a sentiment across this way. So we'll pop her on some dimensionals there. So I'm just going to use my little ones. Let me close up this. I'm just using my take a pick tool. I'm putting a few across. Oops, I find it sticks more to my fingers. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to pop this right there. That's straight, doesn't look straight. Let me just fix that up. Whoa, lucky. That's better. Sending a smile your way. How lovely is that? Okay, so what I do want to do, I actually want to put a bit of a linen thread here. So I've actually got some baker's twine, sorry, not thread. So I want to see if I think this one's in this one actually might be crumb cake. Just give me a second, I'll get the grey granite. Okay, so it's a grey granite piece. I'm just going to tie a little bow. I think that might be cute, sort of, to put that on there. We'll see. If it doesn't look nice, we can leave it out and not use it. So originally I actually was going to cut out this footage, watch me struggling to tie a bow. I don't know what it is, but as soon as the camera is rolling, I cannot tie a bow. I think maybe the, trying to talk and tie a bow probably doesn't help me, suck at multitasking. But I did decide to keep this in there, but I fast forward it for your viewing pleasure. But I did get there in the end. So hopefully you enjoyed watching me struggle with the linen thread. Hashtag the struggle is real. All right. Oh, that took me a lot longer than anticipated, so I did end up cutting a little bit of it out just to sort of save you guys the pain of watching me tie a bow. It's like watching grass grow or paint dry almost. All right, so I'm actually going to use a little glue dot. So I'm just going to pop that here, and that just adds a little bit of a touch to it. So let me just grab a mini glue dot, and I'll just roll that up a little bit. You can sort of see that. And then we'll pop her on the back of that. And voila. Now if you want, I do want to actually just sort of give it a bit more embellishment. So I've actually got the new 2021 to 2023 in colour jewels, and these are absolutely gorgeous. So I'll stick a couple of these on there, why not? Just to give it a bit more bling. So I'm just trying to think which were the best colours. I'm actually really liking the soft succulent, although that stands, the darker Evening Evergreen will stand a little bit more, so maybe we'll use that one actually and bring up more the card base. All right, so let me just pop a few here. Pop one over here. Pop a big one over here. Maybe a small one over here. There we go. How easy is that? So simple and so cute. All right, so let's just do the inside of our card as well. And we'll do the envelopes as well here, whilst we're stamping and getting messy. So I've just got an envelope there, my inside. And I'm just going to bring in a matte foam piece, because we are using photopolymer, so we just want to make sure that we've got a nice spongy area to stamp on. Just going to turn this way. Okay, so I already melted, so I'm using the same stamps as I used here. And what I will do is I'll bring in some Cajun Craze. That's the colour for our pot plant, for a little pot plant. I'm actually going to stamp this on the envelope. Oh, does that happen to you guys? All the time. Let me just grab another envelope. Okay. Now, I'm not sure if I'm the only one that does that, but I get usually stamps and ink everywhere. So I'm actually going to pop this on the right hand side, I think. So I'm going to stamp first on this one, and I'm actually going to do my second stamp straight onto the insert of the card. And I like that because it's just a lot lighter, especially for the insert. So there you go, just as beautiful. So I'm going to pack this away before I get ink everywhere else. Does anyone else do that? Do you guys get ink everywhere and ruin your projects? I think that's the way I open the ink. So I'm just got to be very careful. So I'm actually using the Evening Evergreen here. So I'm going to stamp this. there, and that's okay, it just goes off the edge a little bit. So I'll go off the edge here a little bit as well, because I'm not sure if you can sort of see, but the bit that came off is actually darker. So if you stamp that straight on, you will leave a mark, but I know I'll stamp this one off a little bit as well, so I'm okay with that one. And there you go, second generation stamping, and it just gives us the same color but in a lighter tone. Perfect, beautiful. Let me just move this disaster out of the way. Okay, so just to show you that, so that's our envelope, and that's the insert of our card. We're almost done, guys, so let me just put some glue on here. So there we go, guys, a nice gorgeous card with a matching envelope there, and you can see the beautiful gems there. So I hope you like this card, and here's a plant I definitely won't be culling anytime soon. So don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and leave a comment in the bottom below, and I definitely will choose somebody to receive this card. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.